So we will learn about project management, project initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, evaluation, and then project closure versus project cycle. The first thing in project management is to initiate the project. So the first thing at the stage of project initiation is to identify the need. And please, when you leave this place, you need to go and identify the needs at your communities. You need to go and know how many people want mechanization services daily. That's what you need to do. You see, when you are using manual labor, you cannot farm as much as the person that is using tractor. Is it true or not? It's true now. So after you identify the problems, the opportunities, the challenges, the needs of the people, the next thing is to plan how to do, to meet those needs. How to take advantage of those opportunities. Do you understand? We are going to plan here today. So we are not only speaking grammar, we will do it practically. You plan the scope of your work. What resources do you need? Do you understand? What objective do you want to achieve? Who do you want to help you achieve that objective? When do you hope to achieve that objective? These are all the things that you need to put in place. You need to set your budget. What kind of budget? How much of money do you need? What specific risks are you going to face? I will be teaching you about the risks today. What will be your plan to communicate your own project? Then the next stage is the stage of implementation. At the stage of implementation is where we do the real work. We are done with talking, right? I call it the stage of doing, where you go out to implement all your plan. For instance, and in the case of your own work, this is the stage where if you have planned, for instance, and say, in the first 2 weeks of our work, we are going to get at least 100 people to ask us to provide mechanization services. At that stage, what are you supposed to do? You go out and start talking to people. That's the stage of implementation, execution. Do you understand? The next stage is the stage of monitoring, evaluation, and learning. As you are executing what you plan to do, you are also monitoring. You are checking to see whether what we say we want to do is what we are doing. Do you understand? That's what we call monitoring. We said in the first week of April, we want to reach 100 people. Have we reached that? So you need to check. You need to monitor. Do you understand? After some time, you need to pause and check whether what you are doing is giving you the right result or not. That is what we call evaluation. And you know that we need to also evaluate our life, Your life too. You need to check whether you are making progress the way you want. We set goals for ourselves now. Some of us say New Year resolution, right? Yes. After some time, you need to sit down and say, Kai, what have I achieved this year? I said I will achieve A, B, C, D. You need to pause and say, okay, this is April. And say, what did I say I will achieve in my first quarter of the 2025? When you pause to check whether you have achieved your goals or not, it is called evaluation. What that helps you is it helps you to now change how you do things. Does it make sense? What you learn from what you have been doing should help you to change how you do things. The last stage actually in project management is the project of closing. It's the stage where we close. This phase is where we now wrap up everything that we are doing, right? What have we achieved this year? Have we achieved our objectives? Have we made more money? How much money did we make in the entire farming season? You will now calculate your profit, right? Income minus expenditure is equals to what? Profit. Please clap for yourself now. Because by December, when you are calculating and doing on closing on your book, you are already planning for what? 2026 farming. So why project actually close? The closing of one project marks the beginning of another project. And that actually makes project management a cycle, because at the closing stage, you now go back to initiation, which is what? Our stage 1. You remember? So you need to develop a plan on how to manage your manpower, money, and material resources when you start working as an MSP cooperative. I will say this before we finish and we start presentation. That you will realize that one group will present so many things that are in your own thinking nonsense. But you will learn one thing. When we did our presentation last time, before we finish, we now learned so many things from each group presentation. We will learn one thing. Know how to run your business and run it well and run it with integrity. Is that okay? Thank you. With this, can you clap for yourself?